Quixo says, hello, I had a 2S Tiny Hawk Freestyle before and a 3S Baby Ape 3-inch. Now I want to build my first 5-inch. What should I go with? 4S or 6S? I don't have any batteries yet. Go with 6S. Go with 6S. Get some 6S motors. If that's too powerful for you, use a motor output limit in Betaflight to scale it down to like 80 or 85% until you get comfortable. But don't waste your money on 4S batteries that you're instantly going to outgrow. Sorry, Bubby. Sorry, Bubby. Bubby flies 4S. Bubby and Drew both fly 4S, and but most people fly 6S these days, and I think that's probably what most people would be happiest doing. I think Bubby just flies 4S to be different. Can you trust anything that a guy says when he has a spoiler on his quadcopter? And I don't mean that Bubby is dishonest or untrustworthy. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is, if a guy comes to you and says, I've got a spoiler on my quadcopter because it makes me fly better, what he's telling you is, I'm pulling your leg. I'm taking the piss just a little bit right now. So then when he says, no, I fly 4S because it makes me fly better, on some level I'm like, you pulling my leg now? Are you serious?
I got to make a suggestion. Let's do a poll.
What's that?
There's a lot of the chat that says 4S. I think we should do a poll.
Oh, why? Why do they say 4S?
I mean, I would say 60-70% of the chat says 4S right now. So I would love to see what the poll says. Maybe 8S? You throw 8S on there too?
No, that's just silly.
Okay. All right.
No one should do 8S.
That pulls all the trolls out. All right.
Why wouldn't you do 6S?
I'm 4S only, but
yeah, you don't fly big quads though. You only fly whoops. Do you fly? Well, no, do you even fly anymore? You just spend all day playing Russian Fishing Simulator.
That's also true. But my 4S, I fly. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't ever bought 6S batteries still. So.
But you started with 4S, so now you're just sticking with it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying 4S is bad. If you have a bunch of 4S batteries and 4S quads, fly them. If you're starting from scratch, let's see. Now, if we're talking 3.5-inch, that's different. On 5-inch, we're talking about 5-inch. Bubby says he likes the sag of 4S. Why do you like sag, Bubby? That's like saying I like vinyl records because they sound warmer. It's like if by warmer you mean less actual sound information. You're right. Go ahead, Blunty.
Would you prefer, like, I don't know, like electric has instant torque typically, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Versus mechanical feels like more mechanical, but it takes time. Like, it kind of seems like similar to that, right?
Bubby says 4S makes him smoother because the motors are less responsive. Who needs all that power anyway? I like the lack of sag. I like to be able to fly it down to like 3.4 volts and not notice. Ghost Branch says, in my opinion, the only valid reason to have a beginner start on 6S would be to teach them early that shit's expensive. The only thing I would say for me that would make somebody pick 4S to begin with, not the flight characteristics or any of that, because I think that's all sort of debatable. Like you could take a 6S and you could do a motor output limit and make it feel like a 4S mostly. But I'm not sure that 6S isn't more likely to blow ESCs. Not sure about that. There's no doubt that Blunty is smooth. I mean, Bubby is smooth. No doubt about that. Okay, what's the chat say? I'm ending the poll. 53 to 46. It's a wash. There you go. 4S, because you're going to kill your batteries anyway, so cheaper is better. But are 4S batteries cheaper than 6S? I don't think they are. You compare the price of a 1300 4S to a 1000 6S. I feel like they're just about the same. You're getting $22 or something. Siati says, wow, 53% of people have lost their minds. I love Siati. Bubby, you don't have to defend it. I'm just picking on you. You fly what you want, man. Your flying speaks for itself, dude. Your flying speaks for itself. That's the other thing that annoys me about, I'll say one more thing. That's the other thing that annoys me about Bubby and his spoiler and his 4S and all the other. Bubby, it's like Bubby's quad is specifically designed to annoy me. It's a personal problem, Bubby. Please don't take it on yourself. It's like 800 plus grams, so it's heavy as shit. He flies 4S, and he puts a spoiler on the back just to thumb his nose at me, which is pointless. There's no point. The spoiler has no point. It doesn't make the quad fly better. Theoretically, it makes the quad fly worse. But anyway. And then he goes out and he flies, and he's just like amazing. And it's like, well, fuck me. 860 grams. It's like he's doing it just to piss me off. If he had that quad and he flew like shit, I'd be like, dude, you got to get a different quad. You fly like shit. But he goes out there with that quad. He flies amazing. And I'm like, oh, well, what do I know? Imagine how good he'd fly if he had a better quad. All right.